Going to have a self-deportation program, which we haven't even announced yet. I guess I'm announcing it to you. Why not, Rachel? Here it is. The only thing I haven't determined is what are we going to do? We're going to give them a stipend. We're going to give them some money and a plane ticket. And then we're going to work with them. If they're good, if we want them back in, we're going to work with them to get them back in as quickly as we can.
Amazing.
All right, folks, strap in, because today we're diving into what might be the weirdest sci-fi subplot ever. Except, spoiler alert, it's real. This isn't Black Mirror. This is Elon Musk's actual real-life baby factory. Yes, that Elon Musk, the guy who launches rockets into space, buys social media platforms on impulse, and fires employees like he's running a video game, is apparently trying to repopulate the Earth personally. According to the Wall Street Journal, Musk has fathered at least 14 children, and maybe even more undisclosed mini-Musks scattered across the globe, like Easter eggs in a dystopian Easter special. And here's where it goes full sci-fi. He's reportedly using his own social media empire to scout for surrogate mothers. Add in $1 million NDAs, and you've got yourself a billionaire breeding program that makes Genghis Khan look like an amateur. Late night host Jimmy Kimmel already christened him Lex Sex Luther, which feels disturbingly accurate. Because apparently, Elon doesn't just want to colonize Mars, he wants to colonize his own DNA. So, is he humanity's last hope, or just the world's richest guy LARPing as Father Earth? Let's unpack the madness.
Elon Musk is the subject of an investigative report into his harem of baby mamas. The Wall Street Journal, of all places, published a bonkers account of Musk's efforts to seed the world in his own image. The story said he's been using his social media platform to recruit women to carry his children, and then he buys their silence with multi-million-dollar non-disclosure agreements. Who said romance is dead? You know? It is believed that Elon has fathered at least 14 children, and based on this photograph, he may have given birth to them, too. He's carrying a few around in his pouch like a kangaroo. Sources told the Journal they believe there could be more mini-Musks out there, many more mini-Musks. You've heard of Alien versus Predator? Elon might be both of them. He has stated in the past that he believes declining birth rates are the greatest threat to humanity, which I'm not sure what planet Elon lives on. This one seems full to me. You ever go to Costco on a Saturday?
First things first, this isn't just comedy. This is a full frontal satirical assault on right-wing politics. We're talking Trump's manufactured cruelty, Elon Musk's tech bro breeding program, and the cosplay culture war nonsense that conservative media treats like gospel. Jimmy Kimmel isn't holding back. He's wielding comedy like a scalpel, carving straight through the megaverse and saying, this is what happens when the clowns take over the circus. Then comes the absurdism, and that's the magic trick. Kimmel doesn't just mock the madness, he inflates it into full-blown caricature. Because let's be honest, when the real world already sounds like a rejected SNL sketch, the only way to get the point across is to crank the volume to 11. Parody doesn't distort the truth anymore, it amplifies it. But under the laughter, there's a deeper current. That worn-out, soul-tired frustration we're all carrying. It's the sense that no matter how outrageous things get, no matter how many scandals hit the front page, or how naked the hypocrisy becomes, nothing changes. Facts don't matter. Outrage is a background hum. Logic's taken a sabbatical. And all of us are just trying to keep our heads on straight in this political twilight zone, where screaming into the void is basically self-care. So yeah, you laugh. But it's a weary laugh. Because behind every punchline is that creeping dread. This isn't just a comedy monologue. It's group therapy for a nation that's completely lost the plot.
That the White House is at war with Harvard University. Trump has frozen now $2 billion worth of funds for Harvard until they agree to a thorough de-woking. And today we learned that the IRS is taking steps to revoke Harvard's status as a tax-exempt university. One of the reasons Trump claims he's lashing out is Harvard's failure, in his opinion, to crack down on anti-Semitism. Fox and Friends have been hammering Harvard pretty hard on that, too, because, well, as you could see this morning, those hosts of that show have a deep connection to the Jewish community.
This is coming from their side, not the courage to put
their name on it, but a Biden campaign worker.
A former campaign worker says it takes a special level of chutzpah as the man most responsible for re-electing Donald Trump to decide it's your voice that is missing in this moment.
No, it's a special level of chutzpah, indeed. I'm guessing Ainsley didn't host a Passover dinner this year.
Trump, in classic, I'm still mad at the elites mode, just froze $2 billion in federal funding to Harvard. Why? Because he says the university hasn't done enough to crack down on anti-Semitism. But wait, it gets juicier. He's also threatening to strip Harvard of its tax-exempt status, which for a university is basically financial carpet bombing. Now let's be clear. Anti-Semitism on campus is a real issue, and it should be taken seriously. But coming from this guy, the same guy who's been banning books, micromanaging syllabi, and treating public education like it's a hostile foreign power. Yeah, this isn't about protecting students, it's about punishing institutions that don't bow to the mega doctrine. And of course Fox News is in full theater mode, suddenly rebranding themselves as lifelong defenders of the Jewish faith. Jimmy Kimmel nailed it when he mocked them for acting like they've been leading Passover seders during ad breaks and casually quoting Torah over Tucker reruns. What we're watching isn't moral leadership, it's political vengeance dressed up as virtue. Trump's not fighting anti-Semitism, he's sending a message. Cross me and your funding gets it. Harvard's just the first domino. Freeze the cash, threaten the tax perks and watch the rest of academia fall in line. It's culture war with an authoritarian edge. Censorship by way of IIS. So no, this isn't about higher education, it's about higher obedience. And if you think it stops with Harvard, you haven't been paying attention. Stick around. The war on woke isn't cooling off. It's just hitting phase 2.
We're going to have a self-deportation program, which we haven't even announced yet. I guess I'm announcing it to you. Why not, Rachel? Here it is. The only thing I haven't determined is what are we going to do? We're going to give them a stipend. We're going to give them some money and a plane ticket. And then we're going to work with them. If they're good, if we want them back in, we're going to work with them to get them back in as quickly as we can.
Amazing.
Amazing. What a deal. You know, usually when Trump offers an immigrant money and plane tickets to go away, it's because he's getting divorced. But Melania's like, am I eligible for this? So the plan, as I understand it, and I'm sure we'll get more details, is if you're an undocumented immigrant, Trump wants you to go home, but if you're good at home, he will get you back into the country. They will fly you out of the country and then bring you back. Who came up with this plan? Spirit Airlines? But this is why he's the common sense president. We will no longer be penetrated by foreigners. Our Secretary of Homeland Security, Christened, has been tackling the crisis at the border in an interesting way by playing dress up. She has so many different looks. She's got police officer, she's got cowboy, biker, soldier, sailor, construction worker, and Native American. She dresses up as all the village people. And then we have Elon Musk.
Trump now wants to pay undocumented immigrants to leave the country. You heard that right, cash and a one-way ticket out. And then, plot twist, if they behave, he might let them come back. Is this immigration policy or some twisted Spirit Airlines promo, where your return flight depends on Trump's mood swings? It's like he looked at one of America's most divisive, deeply rooted issues and thought, you know what this needs, Venmo and vibes. Seriously, the logic here, if we can even call it that, feels like it was brainstormed during a truth social meltdown. Deport them, then maybe re-import them. That's not policy, that's a boomer sitcom plot. It's like kicking someone out of your house, giving them Uber fare, and saying, come back next Thursday, but only if I don't unfollow you by then. And the punchline basically writes itself. When Trump offers an immigrant money and a plane ticket, it's usually because the prenup just kicked in. Melania probably heard this plan and thought, wait, am I eligible? So let's take a breath and recap this circus of chaos. Chaos. Trump wants to pay people to leave, Musk is building a gene-edited space dynasty, and Harvard's being dragged into a taxpayer-funded turf war disguised as moral outrage. What do you think? Is this satire catching up to reality? or reality finally throwing in the towel and auditioning for The Onion? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this wild ride through the twilight zone of American politics, don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell so you never miss another episode of truth, sarcasm, and whatever the hell this timeline is. Thanks for watching.